Westside, the 1981 premiers, met the Narromine Jets. In the two previous competition rounds this season, Westside scraped home 15-13 in the first round in Dubbo, while Narromine was successful in the second round, 15-7 in Narromine. In the semi-final series, Narromine outclassed Dubbo Sims 20-5 in the major preliminary semi-final, then going down to Westside 12-8 the following week in the major semi. Narromine then overpowered Macquarie 35-3 in the final last week to earn another crack at Westside in the grand final. Looking at the two sides, firstly the Westside lineup, the fullback is Kimball Riley, wingers are Bert Gordon and Dave Ferguson, the centre pairing is Craig Warrington and Brett Milton, Wayne Richardson is 5'8", Noel Singh as captain, coach and halfback. The forwards consist of Tom Moyet at lock, the second rowers are Ross McDermott and Warwick Rapley, Les Davidson and Wayne Randall make up the front row, along with hooker Steve Clinton. The Narromine side is Mark Spackman at fullback, wingers Kevin Shepardson and Jeremy Cusack, the centres are Pat Phillips and Mark Smith, Tom Powell is at 5'8", halfback is Phil Phillips, at lock we have Philip Hitchcock, David Gillespie and Paul Shannon are the second rowers, with Neil Ashdown one prop along with captain coach Ross Carl with the hooker Charles Wright. In the minor grade grand finals, Macquarie Raiders proved too strong for Park Spacemen, 22-9 in reserve grade, with Macquarie making it a double, taking out the under-18 premiership over Wellington Roosters in a very exciting game, 13-10. Well, now it's to the first grade game, with the crowd paying over $9,000 through the gate as the skydivers add to the atmosphere with their pinpoint accuracy, and truckloads of balloons greeting the players as they take the field. Referee Mr Ray Collins blows time on in the 1982 Group 11 Grand Final here at Victoria Park. And with me again this year is Tom Nelson, who is very well known to Western Division and Group 11 Rugby League followers, coach of the very successful Western Division Under-18 side, the manager of the New South Wales Under-18s. Tom, everything's set for a bumper game this afternoon.
Yes, I'm sure it will be, Ross. It's a great afternoon. Conditions are perfect and we've got two very fine football sides here.
Ross Carl's on the field, of course, for Narromine. There was some doubt earlier in the week about him with a neck and back injury.
Yes, he injured himself a fortnight ago in Narromine against Westside. I have been told that he was right to play last week but elected not to, so to make sure he was 100% right for today's match.
Right, it's Narromine on attack and Tommy Powell, the 5'8", kicking back deep downfield, looking for a fullback Kimball Riley there, who undoubtedly is one of the danger men in the side this afternoon, Tom.
Yeah, certainly is. He's a very fine player, very fine attacking player, Kimball. Can't let him have any latitude at all.
Well, two very accomplished hookers. Ball has been one problem that Narromine's faced over the last few weeks. Not so much getting it, it's their bad handling, Tom.
Yes, yeah. The major semi-final at Narromine let themselves down badly with bad handling. They didn't win the ball, but when they did have possession, they let themselves badly by surrendering it back.
This scrum's set about 15 metres out from the Dubbo Westside goal line, fed by Noel Singh. It's a Narromine scrum win, and Phil Phillips coming away with it, gets it to Powell, but he's knocked on straight away and the scrum to be reset. Macquarie last week were resoundingly beaten by Narromine in the final, and that day they didn't have any ball handling problems at all and threw the ball around extremely well. This time the ball's come out to Westside. And they come away with it straight away there through Warwick Rapley. Westside, big Wayne Randall. Westside again, Rossi McDermott. Ball's been lost there, dived on by Carl for Narromine. In a good attacking position just outside their 22. Phil Phillips, little master of the halfbacks. Mark Smith, a dummy half, goes himself, steps out of the first tackle, going strongly for the corner. Brought down well. Good tackle from young Tommy Moyet. Phil Phillips, Shannon. Penalty. Swinging arm going into that tackle, and first chance for points on the board to Narromine. Well, this first few minutes of any grand final is usually the settling down period, of course, Tom.
Yes, they're certainly getting into it out there. It's a very tough first few opening minutes of play. I thought that was a very silly penalty to give away. Westside made the original mistake by dropping the ball there and then give away this penalty.
Pat Phillips there, lining up this attempt. And only about 3 minutes gone in the game. Phillips moves in. And there's first points on the match. 2-0 with that penalty goal by Pat Phillips. Narromine Jets have hit the front.
Come on, Mark, you have to go!
Noel Singh kicks off for Dubbo Westside. Captain Coach Singh.
Come on!
Narromine. Those points on the board have their tails up now. Very big side, Tom.
Big, strong, young side. They've got a good blending of youth and experience there. Young Gillespie in the second row and Hitchcock at lock are both in their first year in senior football, together with Shannon in the second row. All big men.
David Gillespie, of course, an Australian under-18 representative this year and last year.
Yes.
Powell again with the kick. They've got the wind at their backs, Narromine. Obviously going to use this kick early in the first half. Bert Gordon for Westside. Pacey winger. Beats the first attempted tackle, but brought down by Jeremy Cusack. Westside again through Randall. Met by a wall of defenders and driven backwards. Hard man to put down. Clinton at dummy half. Singh. Out there to Riley, turning it back inside.
Come on, Charlie, have a go!
Clinton, Singh, McDermott, charging ahead. Gets a pass away beautifully there. Out here to Milton in the centres. Mark Smith and Tommy Powell there to bring him down. About 10 metres from the halfway line. Singh usually takes the first pass off the ruck. Kicks ahead, looking for the far side touchline. And finds it too. A good kick from Singh. It's play back right on the Narromine 22.
Come on, Mark, have a bit of a go!
So I'll Singh, Tom, is very clever ball distributor.
Yes, he's been a great player here for a number of years now. It appears that both sides are intent on playing the football in the opposition's territory. Just in the opening 10 minutes of this match, Narromine have kicked twice, and now Noel Singh has retaliated with a fine kick for the sideline.
Another scrum win there to Narromine. They're on the attack. Cale at dummy half to Phillips. Getting it out along the back line. Hitchcock. Narromine again. Phillips. A little darting one. Brought down by Myatt. Rossi Cale, former Penrith and St George player. A load of experience, Ross Cale. Smith going from dummy half again. Runs into Randall, taking it over the touch line. Scrum to go down right on halfway. Scrum to be fed by Noel Singh. Penalty. Second row feed there against Singh. And the penalty goes to Narromine. Mark Smith with his western touchline. Gains about 12 metres. Phillips takes the tap. Dummies to Cale. Sends it on to Ashdown. Brought down by McDermott.
Come on, Thomas, sing after it! Not now!
Narromine using their back line again. It's out there to fullback Spackman. Quick play of the ball. Powell. Shannon. Tries to straighten up. Just caught round the ankles. Narromine trying to drive play deeper through Cale. It's a good pass out there to Spackman onto Cusack. He's hard to pull down. Back inside to Gillespie. He's going for the line. He's out over the touchline. That's a ploy that Narromine tend to use a fair bit too, Tom, is running their big men, Gillespie especially, out wide.
Yes, and they certainly attack the blind side at every opportunity. I think you'll see a lot of that from the Narromine side today.
Westside scrum win. Richardson. McDermott. Narromine defence solid early. Very willing pack indeed, the Narromine forwards. Randall. Wayne Richardson. Rossi McDermott decides to take it up. Looking to get a pass away. Brett Milton with it. Steps out of the first tackle. Brought down nicely though straight away by Kevin Shepherdson. Kimball Riley darting and weaving. He's made a break up the middle. Pat Phillips stopped his progress and the scrum to go down. Referee not happy with it, wants it again. Narromine scrum win. Phillips from the scrum base. Finds a hole, goes through it. Moyet there to bring him down. Narromine on the blind side again. Pat Phillips steps out of the first one. Loses the ball. Picked up by Singh. Gets it out there to Randall. Out to Richardson. Powell brings Richardson down. Knock on there. And the scrum to go down. So with just over 10 minutes gone in the first half. Narromine leading 2-0. Penalty once again goes to Narromine from the scrum. Cougars had their feet up against Stevie Clinton. Differential penalty, no shot for goal, of course. Mark Smith once again to find the touchline.
Come on, Rossi! Come on!
Narromine will have the tap to restart. Be taken by Phil Phillips. Soccer Ashdown. Charles Wright, should I say. Narromine using their back line. Powell tries to straighten it up himself.
I've got him on the post! What the one's behind us?
Powell, no marker, goes straight forward, close to the posts. Loses the ball in the tackle. And another scrum to be set right in front of the Dubbo Westside goal posts. Narromine exerting some early pressure, Tom.
Yes, yeah, they've had the territorial advantage and exerting a lot of pressure at this stage.
Dubbo Westside coming away with it. Moyet. Sing it dummy half. Throws it out to Kimball Riley, trying to get the ball away from his own goal line. Left there by Cale. Side using their forwards. Play still well inside their own 22. McDermott. Randall. Looking to get his pass away, but a good tackle there from Pat Phillips. Assisted by Shannon. Clinton. Riley. Using that boot downfield. Spackman's under it, takes it very safely. Spackman back in upfield. Ashdown. Pat Phillips, Phil Phillips. Right, out to Cale. We'll pass out to Shannon. Phillips, out to Powell. Mark Smith, putting it back inside there to Phillips. Fifth tackle. Pat Phillips. Ashdown, Cale. Pass out there to Shannon. Gillespie. Getting it out.
Hitchcock.
Philip Hitchcock. the early scrums, Tom?
The scrums to date are 3-all, and the penalties favour Narromine by 3-1.
Well, if this breeze keeps up, Narromine will be looking to run in some early points.
Yes.
Westside will have it in the second half.
Yes, certainly will.
Westside scrum win. Singh, McDermott. Singh again, ducks and weaves. And a penalty there to Dubbo Westside. Swinging arm once again in the tackle, and Ross Cale being spoken to. Kimball Riley to kick from the far side touchline. Kick against the breeze, only gains about 10 metres. There's Davidson for Westside. The Rabbitohs, of course, Tom, have a very capable replacement on the sideline in the shape of Mark Bomber Forrester.
Yes, Mark hasn't played for a month. He was sent from the field a month ago and was suspended for 2 competition matches, but during that time Westside have won their major semi-final. It means that it's been a month since he's played, but I'm sure he'll be used at some stage of this match.
Dubbo Westside on the attack on the Narromine half for one of the first times in the match so far. Randall did well to pull that one in, gets up, looking to unload, but Cale in over the top there to stop the pass. Clinton. Running around there, Kimball Riley coming in. That was Moy. Scrum to go down about 11 metres inside the Narromine half. Phillips to feed. Westside ball. Richardson gets a pass out there to Craig Warrington. Beats the first tackle. Hard running centre. Westside looking to swing it out. Rapley. Davidson picked up and dumped to the ground. Clinton, Singh, looking for Randall. That hit to Ferguson. Bert Gordon. Singh again. Trying to weave himself through. Narromine defence very strong at this stage. McDermott. Trying to crash his way towards that line, gets a pass away there. It's loose on the ground. Knock on. Time off. The player down the ground injured there. That's 17 minutes gone in the first half. And the score at the moment, Narromine Jets 2, Dubbo Westside 0. Win. Referee Collins wants it again though. Westside have got this one. Singh dives on it, gets it out to Ferguson, back in here to Richardson. Caught by the defence. Hitchcock moving up quickly. Kimball Riley from dummy half, he's almost through. Just pulled down about 2 metres short. Westside on the attack. Rapley. This is where Randall and also Rossi McDermott are dangerous. Steve Clinton trying to burrow his way through from dummy half. Rapley, Singh, the McDermott trying to get the pass back inside to Warrington, and he's hit heavily. Touch judge coming in to report on that tackle. Must have been a late tackle there, was the Tom?
I missed that completely. Looks like Ross Cale's been pulled out. He wasn't involved in that last tackle.
It's the tackle on Rapley looked, it was a hard tackle, but quite legal. So it must have been something just in the back play.
Yes.
Noel Singh's back up on his feet, just a little bit behind play there. He looks all right. And a penalty to Dubbo Westside. Dave Ferguson to take the attempt. On neither side at this stage, Tom, have shown any great attacking flair.
No, well, I was impressed. Westside won a scrum in their own half, and it was the first time they'd entered Narromine's half for 10 minutes. And within those 6 tackles, they took the ball from their territory down close to the Narromine line. I don't know whether that's a sign of things to come, but it was a very strong attack during that period.
By Dave Ferguson. To the left of the uprights, has no trouble steering that one through. So the score now, midway through the first half, is 2-all. Penalty goal to Dave Ferguson for Westside, and a penalty goal to Pat Phillips.
By doing Mr. Peter Lee at the timekeeper's table on the northern side of the ground.
Right, this scrum to be set just inside the Westside 22. The Westside combination, of course, Tom, there's only 2 players missing from the same side that won the premiership last year.
Yes, yeah, the new young players that have come up, Hitchcock and Gillespie, have strengthened the side, I felt.
Westside, of course, last year won the premiership, and the only 2 players actually missing there of memory is Tommy Barrow and Peter Hands.
Yes. That was Westside you spoke about, was it?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was Narromine. Yes, Tommy Barrow went across and played at Parks, and Peter Hands is at Mudgee, I believe.
Right, the cap to be taken by Phillips. Knocked on there with Paul Shannon coming through, and Westside straight away back into possession. Ross McDermott straight up the middle, and he knows one way to go. Clinton, Moyet. And a youngster, Tom?
Yes, this is, I think it's his first year out of under 18s, yes.
Craig Warrington was a good one up the right-hand touchline. Randall. Picked off there straight away by Shannon. Crossing McDermott up the middle again. 6 tackles gone. Scrum to go down midway between the half and 22-metre line in Westside territory. Westside are just giving that impression, Tom, that they're trying to make the bust out there, and they're just not quite coming off.
No.
And Narromine through Hitchcock. Brought down by Rapley. Good ball and all tackle. Cusack. Phil Phillips. Bringing it back inside to Ashdown. He's made a break up the middle. Caught by one leg there by Noli Singh. Narromine on the attack. Powell. Out to Smith. Looking for Phillips. Smackman in there. Ball's come loose in the tackle. Westside have come up with it.
Put the beard back on.
Moyet. Singh once again trying to weave. It's a loose pass away there. Finally picked up by Brett Milton. Caught by the collar, gets away again. Looking for a pass there straight away to Gordon, who puts it down. Knock on. Scrum to go down just inside the halfway line. Side scrum win. Kimball Riley. Nice low tackle. Moyet beats the first line of defence. Metres inside the Jets territory. Touch judge in again. Paul Shannon. Receiving some words there from the referee.
Mr. Gary Brown, referee Gary Brown, is brought to the referee's dressing room, please. Mr. Gary Brown to the referee's dressing room.
Penalty going to Dubbo Westside. Gallagher in that tackle. Kimball Riley to the eastern side touchline once again. This is where Westside are dangerous. This is Davidson standing in the tackle, looking to unload. No one to back him up. Singh, first man off the ruck again. Randall. Forward pass, deliberately forward to referee Collins, and a penalty going to Narromine. That'll relieve the pressure a little bit for them. Mark Smith once again, far side touchline. Beautifully taken there by the winger Dave Ferguson. That have played a good Aussie rules mark for that one. And once again, the linesman's come in. Time opposite the referee.
The game will not proceed and will move back behind the right line.
And the crowd's cleared off the sideline. A good crowd here once again today, Tom.
Yes. Yes, it's about, I think there perhaps there's a few more here than last year.
Westside scrum win. Moyet standing out. Bill Riley. Deceptive change of pace from Riley. Clinton. Davidson.
Get into him, you red fellas!
Singh. Richardson. Warrington. Riley. That's Warrington now. Beats the first tackle. Running strongly for the corner. Phil Phillips over there in the cover defence for Narromine. Milton onto McDermott. Charging hard. Ross Cale doing some solid work in defence. In the thick of things. Richardson. 6 tackles gone. Scrum to go down about 8 metres away from the Narromine goal line. Westside scrum win again. Singh coming away. Lost the ball. Knock on though, and the scrum to go down once again. Still position. Westside ball again. Steve Clinton doing some good work in there for Westside. Westside do well to swing it wide. Randall. Richardson lost the ball. Dived on by Warrington. Knocked back, says the referee. Play on. Randall from dummy half decides to go himself. Hitchcock there to bring him down. Clinton, Singh, Moyet. This side on the far side through McDermott. Can't get his pass away. Narromine defence coming in well, Tom. One down low, one over the top.
Yes, but somebody's got to give here shortly. They've dominated possession now for at least the last 10 minutes. It's a complete turnaround for the first 15 minutes of the match, but Westside appear to be just about to break loose.
Yeah, they give that impression too. They look dangerous with that ball.
Yes.
If they can get a couple of those passes away, they seem to have the overlap. This is the Narromine scrum win though, as Phillips comes away with it. Narromine again. Powell. Very stocky 5'8".
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Announcement to the Macquarie Juniors.
Kick here by Phillips. And it's Pat Phillips coming away with that ball after it was fumbled there, but he's knocked it on as well. Clinton after it. Phillips regains, and that'll be a knock on. Scrum to go down just inside halfway. Ball landed right at Bert Gordon's feet, but just wasn't quite able to handle it. Westside ball, but into the second row once again. Noel Singh not very happy about that, but Mr. Collins is in charge, and he decides 10 metres for back chat. And that's a silly mistake indeed, because that's makes the shot at goal now, after the differential penalty was awarded for the scrum. The second penalty, of course, is able to become a goal kick. How are the penalties and scrum situation at the moment, Tom?
The scrums at the moment favour Westside by a massive 10-5. The penalties favour Narromine by 7-4.
Pat Phillips to take this kick right in the shade of one of the big light stands here at Victoria Park, where I'm sure we're going to see a bit more night football next year, as well as cricket, baseball and quite a few other sports being lined up.
Yes, it's quite interesting, Ross. The Dubbo Sims Club are having Cronulla playing here again early in the new year in February.
Kicked by Phillips just to the right-hand side of the posts.
And another big
restart from the 22-metre line. Yes, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Another big promotion, the Randwick Rugby Union Club will be playing a Dubbo Invitation 15 here under lights. I think it's the last week in March, Ross. Dubbo Macquarie Club are at the moment negotiating to run a knockout here over 3 weekends.
Tommy Powell making a bad mistake there from that restart of play. Knocking on. Westside again have the chance to go on the attack if they can win this scrum. Just inside the halfway line. And they've got a penalty from it. Front row's not packing straight on. Campbell Riley. Down to about 15 metres. Clinton restarts with a tap. Singh. Davidson. Gillespie low and Shannon high there. Wayne Randall. Putting it back inside to Richardson. No Noel Singh. Riley at dummy half. Richardson now. Dummies. Steps off his right foot. Put down just inside the 22. Moyer. Narromine defence still holding out. Davidson, lanky prop forward. Rossi McDermott. Charging. Headlong into there. Gets a pass away. It's a loop pass. Picked up by Powell. Gets that here to Pat Phillips. On to Mark Smith. Smith sprinting down the touchline. He's got Gordon coming across in defence. Gordon mightn't have the pace. Smith going for the corner. And he's in. A great try to Narromine. They now lead 5-2. Well, once again, Tom, as we look at that on the replay, that try coming about from a Westside mistake.
Yes, sir. Yes, and Narromine threw the ball wide very quickly. Tommy Powell sized up the situation very quickly and threw the ball wide to the faster players. Mark Smith showed an amazing amount of pace to outdistance Bertie Gordon to score that try.
Surprises me a little bit, Tom, that Bert Gordon, I'm just wondering if he might be a little bit injured. He didn't seem to stretch out fully there against Smith.
No, I was very surprised really. I thought he would have run Mark down. Whether
not a bad looking kick here from Pat Phillips, and he's put it over, and that now puts Narromine to a lead of 7 points to 2, about 5 minutes before half-time. Well, that's certainly a turnaround. Westside were looking so dangerous there for about a 15-minute period, and it's Narromine who have gone to a fairly good lead at this stage in what's been a very tight defensive game.
It's the same, Ross. You cannot afford to make mistakes in grand final football. Both of these sides can score tries from either end of the ground.
What we were saying before, actually, that the defence of Narromine has been very tight. Possibly Westside becoming a little bit frustrated, trying to do just a little bit too much with that ball.
Could be right, yes, sir.
Right, it's Narromine again, out there through Powell. Spackman coming in to join the back line. Beats one to tackle him. Brought down there by Richardson, and also Rapley in there. Phillips at dummy half. Powell. Out here once again, it's Gillespie.
Have a run, Marty! Have a run! Have a run!
Right from dummy half. Decides to put a grubber kick in along the ground, and a good kick indeed. Gains about 30 metres. Once again, deep inside Westside territory. And the scrum to go down. The Jets with their tails up now. Ferguson picks this one up plainly. Very good.
Go on! Get on, you head! Get in there! Don't let him make that up!
Side coming away with it again. That's Moyet. Lost the ball in the tackle. That'll be a penalty. Ball taken off him after the referee had called held. That's a penalty to the west side. Kimball Riley. Hasn't gained a lot of ground against this breeze. Safely to the touchline. Moyet, who's left it behind. Picked up by Ashdown. Narromine back in the possession. Hale sends it out there to Gillespie. Hitchcock, Shannon, Powell tries to break the tackle himself. Phillips, Pat Phillips from dummy half. He's lost it. Regathered, but a knock on. Tommy Powell actually, Tom, a little bit along the same sort of build as Olsen Filipana.
That's right. He's a very strong player. Not very fast, but has got a great ability to be able to stand in a tackle.
Right, Narromine come away with it again. Jeremy Cusack, who we haven't seen much of in this match. Shannon put down. Cale, straight up the middle, looking to unload, does so. Ball's loose on the ground. Knocked back, says the referee, and Ashdown has it for Narromine. Narromine swing it wide. Powell, Spackman had to wait for that pass to come to him. Picked off by Warrington, but he gets his pass away there to Mark Smith. Already scored one try, looking for his second. Beat the tackles, gets it away to Pat Phillips. Stepping out of tackles everywhere. Phillips still going. Finally brought down about 12 metres out. Shepardson, a dummy half. Narromine moving along their back line once again. Shannon out there, standing wide. Unloads it to Cale. Cale just unable to get his pass away there. On the sixth tackles, the scrum goes down, and Narromine had a fairly good sort of overlap out there.
Give it up to Marty! Give it to Marty!
West side ball. Collins wants it fed again. Penalty to Narromine. Feed across. Differential penalty, of course. Paul Shannon. Take the tap for Narromine. Decides to go himself. Runs headlong into the west side defence. Ashdown charging for the line. Tackle there from Moyt going low. Phillips switches it back here. Shannon with it now. Unloads one-handed there. Straight away to Ashdown. He's held up only about 2 metres out. And that's the half-time siren. So at half-time, the Narromine Jets lead Dubbo Westside 7 points to 2. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment. And welcome back to the second half. It's been one change in the Dubbo Westside line-up for the second half. A very predictable one with young Tommy Moyt going off and Mark Bomber Forrester, who's got the ball there just a moment ago. He's come on. We'll just have to wait till the first scrum settles down to see what the switch in the forwards is going to be as Forrester barges ahead. Narromine, I think, Tom, are all intact?
Yes, sir. There's no new players there.
Davidson takes it straight away up the Westside. Clinton dummy half, Singh, Brett Milton. Long pass out there to Warrington. Forrester doing the feel of the game as soon as he comes on. Gets a pass away there to Bertie Gordon. Good tackle there by Phillips. Westside with that wind at their backs now, I think Tom might do a little bit of kicking in this half.
I think so. I think they'll take advantage of that breeze that's there.
Scrum win there was the Narromine, but the ball was knocked on by Phillips as he went to dive on it. Narromine up 7-2. Westside scrum win. Noel Singh scrambling away from the scrum with it.
Get off the ground.
Rapley. Dermott. Met heavily there by Rossi Cale. Clinton Singh. To go through himself. Ashdown. Comes in down there. Forrester. Onto Wayne Randall. Charging towards the line. Is he over? Yes, to try. Wayne Randall. Well, that's the way to strike back, Tom, as we look at that one on the replay again.
Yes. Noel Singh broke through, run by himself and found Wayne Randall backing up strongly. He had to hold off 2 tacklers there and he's run to the line. It was a good try, great backing up, great strike there by Singh.
Mark Forrester making his presence felt straight away in the second half.
Yes, his first 2 runs have caused a lot of damage. Right, David Ferguson here looking for the equaliser for Westside. Moves into it. No problems at all, and that's 7 points all. 2 minutes into the second half. Well, that'll do the Westside the confidence the world of good, Tom. Certainly, yes. I didn't expect them to get back to score so early in the second half after 5 minutes. It'll certainly lift them no end.
The one thing I'd say Ross Cale would have tried to stress to his boys at half-time too, that their defence was fairly solid. They hadn't let Westside in for a try in the first half, and he would have wanted to keep it that way.
Certainly would have, especially for the first 10 or 15 minutes of the second half when the players are fresh and the defence should be at its strongest.
Dermott's been taking that out of the touchline there. So the scrum to be set. Just how did the scrums and penalties finish up in the first half?
In the first half, the scrums favoured Westside by 11-6. The penalties favoured Narromine by 8-6.
Scrum win now to Narromine. Hitchcock coming away with the ball. Shannon at dummy half. Ashdown. Clinton Rapley there doing the defensive work. Knocker on there, only a little one there from David Gillespie at dummy half. Referee Collins has been right on the spot all day. Westside scrum win. Saying earlier, Tom, it could be Ray Collins' last first-grade game.
Yes, sir. I think that he has made some indication that this may be his swan song.
It'll be a great loss to Group 11 too, of course, and Western Division.
He's been a very fine referee and a very fine ambassador for rugby league in the area.
Well, penalty gone there to Westside. Premature striking in that play the ball. There's Charles Wright. Kimball Riley makes no mistake with that one. Steve Clinton will restart with the tap just inside the Narromine, inside the Westside half. Clinton. Forrester, who's been very damaging since he's come on. Gets a pass away there to Singh, out to Randall. Rapley. Wayne Richardson. Milton. Still swinging it wide. Out there to Gordon. Westside looking to throw this ball around early. McDermott. One hand pass there to Gordon. Brings the ball back inside. Riley comes up with it. Singh. Swinging it out here to Forrester. Juggles it. Knocked on. Dived on that by Milton. And that'll force the scrum to come back. Narromine defence becoming a little stretched there. Touch judges in again. And Ross Cale to be spoken to, is it? No. Mark Smith out in the centres coming across. Speaks with Smith, doesn't think it warrants a penalty. And the scrum to be set inside the Narromine 22. Looks like a Westside ball. Penalty to Westside. Collapse on the scrum against Narromine. Warwick Rapley takes the tap quickly. Heads straight towards the goal posts. McDermott charging towards that line again. Clinton going from dummy half. He must be close. McDermott, Singh, sends it out there to Forrester. Brought down a good low tackle though. And lost possession to Westside, and Narromine come away with it. Will Phillips. Narromine. Gillespie. Down. Takes the ball up hard. Jeremy Cusack. Phillips a dummy half. Decides to go himself. Beats the first tackle. Gets it out to Powell. Breaks the defence out to Mark Smith. Oh, an attempted intercept there from Gordon. Ball's gone out over the sideline. 10 minutes of the second half gone and 7-all the score. Westside scrum win. Gordon coming in from the wing. Richardson. Dave Warrington. Milton dummy half. Rapley turns his back on the defence. Riley, Singh, Richardson, long floating pass out there to Gordon. Look to touch forward from here. Forrester unloads again there to who that was, Ross McDermott I think it was, but he's knocked it on as he's gone to ground. Narromine win. Bill Phillips. Shannon. Rossi Kale up the middle. Clinton and Randall there to bring him down though. Phillips still on his feet. Down right in the cricket pitch in the centre of the field. Foul. Pat Phillips. He too is brought down halfway. The scrum to be set. Bill Phillips. Oh, and a heavy tackle there indeed. Wayne Richardson. Nick Powell juggles that one. Pat Phillips. Powell. It's out to Phillips on the Rossi Kale. Ball knocked back there by Gillespie, but he dives on it. Mark Smith from dummy half. He likes to run from there. He's out over the touchline. There were some awards handed out earlier, Tom, that might be of interest to the viewers too.
Yes, at half-time of the second grade today, Ross, the Radio 2 Group 11 Player of the Year was announced. Philly Phillips of Narromine was the recipient of that award. At half-time of the main game, an award donated by the Mayor of Dubbo, Alderman Harry Clegg, the most outstanding under-18 footballer in Dubbo, was won by Greg Egan.
Brett Milton for Westside on the attack now, coming through. Brought down by Powell, he's not held though. Cusack comes at him again, puts him to the ground. Rapley from dummy half, throws a dummy and goes himself. Twist and turn out of tackles. Clinton swings it out to Singh, decides to step inside himself. Beats two tacklers, he's still going. Hitchcock and Shannon though bring him down. Clinton, Kimball Riley out to Randall, Richardson. Arms off Rossi Kale. Randall out wide. Five tackles gone. And that's the sixth. It's from about 10 metres out from the Narromine goal line. So that again, says referee Collins. Narromine scrum win, but the penalty's gone against them. Feet across again. Differential penalty for Dubbo Westside. Tap taken by Bertie Gord. He's only about 4 metres out. Westside trying to work a set move here. Rapley takes it. He's driven backwards in that tackle. Singh scored a try from a very similar position last year at the same end of the field. Warrington. And then to McDermott. He's going half of the line. Gets it inside to Richardson. And that's a try. Some good work there from Rossi McDermott.
Yes, Rossi McDermott took the ball wide of the ruck, run through and held the ball up, held it back just long enough for Richardson to come onto the scene to take the pass and dive over for a good try.
David Ferguson lining this kick up. 10 points to 7. Westside leading at the moment. He's looking to extend that lead to 12-7. makes a good job of that one too. So Dubbo Westside go to a lead now of 12 points to 7 after about 15 minutes of the second half. Bert Gordon. Narromine need a converted try to draw level at this stage. There's still a long way to go. 24 minutes left in the half. Rossi McDermott powers his way downfield. He's a hard man to put down. Davidson gets to sing on now to Milton. Warwick Rapley. Forrester.
Get on, Jeffrey! Get on it, buddy!
Very popular figure in Dubbo, Bomber Forrester, former Macquarie player. And Westside. Gordon coming in from the blindside wing. Westside attacking strongly through Singh. Sends it back inside there to Clinton. Westside swing it wide again. That's Brett Milton. Trying to get a pass away. That's gone forward, and Narromine have come up with it. Narromine have been in their half for most of this game. They need to get out of it quickly and get a try on the board. At the moment, Dubbo Westside leading by 12 points to 7 with 2 second half tries. Right, Tommy Powell, after receiving some injury, plays it back. Narromine trying to get out of their own quarter. Ross Cale, straight up the middle. Shannon. Powell. Pat Phillips. We get the other side to Shepperton, who haven't seen much of the ball in this game. Phillips, grab a kick through. It's only come off the feet of the Westside player though. No. According to referee Collins, he got his fingers to it. Knock on. Scrum to go down, 10 metres inside the Westside half. Scrums and penalties, Tom?
The scrums in the second half are 5-4 in favour of Dubbo Westside. That makes it 5-all after that scrum there.
Powell, Hitchcock, bumps off the first one, brought down by Clinton. Gillespie going from dummy half, looking to unload, can't get his pass away. Craig Warrington going over the top. Shannon's at dummy half, swings it over the other side to Phillips, out to Powell. Pat Phillips. Mark Smith gets a pass away there to Shepperton. Going down the right-hand touchline. Upended though. Narromine. Phillips. Bring a pass on there to Smith. And Pat Phillips, his brother. Forward pass, says referee Collins. And the penalty goes to Dubbo Westside. Again, a move that looked very promising there by Narromine, coming undone with that pass going forward from Phil Phillips. Good kick there from Riley. Brings play down just outside the halfway. It's Forrester. He's not scared to take it straight and hard. Singh, Randall, dummies. Rapley to play it. Richardson, Craig Warrington, had to be centre partner Milton. He's brought down heavily by his opposing number though, Pat Phillips. McDermott. Centre of field. 22 minutes gone in this second half. Kick rolls end on end. Putting Westside deeper into Narromine territory. And a replacement to come on for Narromine, Jeff Scott, who had a big game in the final last week when Ross Carl was out of the side. Scott there in the screen, number 14. And Neil Ashdown coming off. So I'd say Shannon would go up into the front row and Scott into the second row, Tom.
Yes, I would say so, Ross.
Phillips. Spackman coming in there. Finally Phillips again is brought down with it. Powell. Mark Smith. Pat Phillips. Scott, the replacement player, making his presence felt straight away with a good bust up the middle, looking for support, still going. Brought down eventually by Kimball Riley. Good break from Scott. Phillips, Powell, Spackman up to make the extra man in the back line. Cale swings it out wide there to Hitchcock. Runs into McDermott though. Pat Phillips from dummy half, caught by the jumper. 6 tackles gone. Scrum to go down. About 5 metres inside the Westside quarter. Scrum to be packed.
First line scorer in Sydney. Manly 29, North 3.
It's a Westside ball. I don't know how they got out of there, but they did. Singh. Will Riley. Milton. Warrington. Beats 1, 2. Good run from Warrington. Clinton. Put down by Shannon. Cale over the top. Davidson from dummy half himself. Back here to Riley for the kick. Kevin Shepardson down there to cover that. On the right wing for Narromine. Runs it straight back up and upfield. Beats Rapley's tackle. Steps out of another. Finally brought down by Ferguson.
Put it back! Put it on me! Put it back quick!
Powell from dummy half. Runs into Singh. Noel Singh's a very hard man to get round. All the experience and goal in the world. Cale swinging out here to Spackman. Unloading back to Cale again. Narromine trying to keep it alive. Bill Phillips finally taking the ground there, and a good tackle by Warwick Rapley. Mark Smith. And in crossfield, gets it away to Phillips. He's brought down the halfway. No, Marker plays it forward himself, running through. Good run of about 20 metres. Mark Smith from dummy half. He's dangerous from there. Can't get the pass away. And that's on the 6th tackle. Some good work there from Narromine, Tom, taking that ball right back up to the quarter line.
Yes, it was a great... I think this is very important for both sides. The side that's going to win it will have to control possession. Westside have done that up to this date. Every time they have possession, they go right through the 6 tackles. In this last 20 minutes, that's going to be the telling feature of the match.
Narromine only converted a try away from levelling the scores. Still 12-7. Nice thing to feed this scrum. Westside ball. Kimball Riley on the blind side. Well, the Narromine defence, except for about a 10-minute lapse there early in the half, as Bert Gordon makes a break downfield. I think he's got the pace here. Spackman's in pursuit. Jeremy Cusack coming across from this week. Pulls him down about 3 metres out. Good run from Gordon. Richardson. And Gillespie, he's away offside. Penalty right in front to Dubbo Westside. We went for that penalty. We have a look at that run from Gordon again on the replay. And he looked as though he's going to go on with the job there. He had Mark Spackman beaten for pace, but Jeremy Cusack comes across with a beautiful tackle and brings him down just short of the line. This could be an important goal, Tom, if he kicks it. It could put them into that 7-point break. It might be a little bit hard to peg back. It's about, 16 minutes of play remaining.
That's right. Well, for Narromine to win the match, if this kick is successful, they have to score at least 3 times. It's a very important kick.
Ferguson concentrates. Steers it straight between the posts. And so that's a lead now of 14 points to 7. Dubbo Westside heading for their second straight premiership here at Victoria Park. For Narromine, and they have it all in front of them now, the Jets. So Westside will try and tighten it up for these remaining 15 or so minutes. McDermott from dummy half. Right over the top. Randall. Narromine have done a good job in containing Randall today. He hasn't been quite as effective.
Not as dominant as last season's grand final, but his work in the scrums undoubtedly have a telling effect on the outcome of this match.
Well, the bounce of a football, then you don't know what it's going to do at times. That one bounced at right angles. Phil Phillips was back there to cover it, but completely eluded him.
There's been a replacement in the Narromine side, number 15, Jay Ellis, replacing number 5, Paige Shepherdson.
And been a replacement in the Narromine side with the winger Kevin Shepherdson going on. And Ellis the replacement. As Westside come away with that ball, and Wayne Richardson has split them wide open. And that's a handy one. Let's look at that one again.
Yes, another scrum win to Westside, and Noel Singh ran through the ball wide to Richardson. A very fine try. That's the second try of the match.
Westside 17, Narromine 7.
Rather happy Reggie the Rabbit at the moment for Dubbo Westside. Dave Ferguson looks to put the Rabbitohs to a 19-7 lead. Kicks right as a die. Dubbo Westside now go to the lead, 19 points to 7. Mark Smith to restart after the conversion from Ferguson. And the ball's gone fairly deep to Bert Gordon. And it's going to be very difficult, Tom, for Narromine from here on in.
Certainly is. Westside have the ball again, and they'll control it through the 6 tackles and then go into a scrum. And they're starting to monopolise the possession from the scrums as well.
Dermott brought down there about 10 metres inside his borderline. Kimball Riley stepping out of tackles, getting his pass back there to Clinton, to Davidson. I'll Singh looking always to unload that ball, gets it to Richardson, the try scorer. McDermott continues to take that ball up with gusto on the 6th tackle. Scrum 8 metres inside the Narromine half. Scrum breaks up. Reed Collins wants it back again. Could be Paul Shannon down injured in there at the moment. At the moment, Dubbo Westside leading 19 points to 7. Right, scrum to be packed. Problem getting it settled.
Yes, Ross, yeah.
Westside on the attack. Wayne Richardson brought down. Rapidly caught a dummy half. A little bit of a swinging arm in that tackle there from Mark Smith. Singh onto Randall. It's put to ground this time. It's a replacement player, John Ellison there, doing some good defensive work. Gordon from dummy half. Singh. Les Davidson split him up the middle. Trying to get a pass away there to Forrester, who can't handle it. And Hitchcock cleans up for Narromine. Kyle from dummy half. Hit on there by Randall. Clinton to assist. Phillips, Shannon. He's had a strong game for Narromine. Right, Paul Shannon back to his feet. He's still a little groggy. And Narromine come away with it. Skill lesson, nice stuff. Jeff Scott. Deep kick there by Narromine. Kimball Riley going back for Westside. Fielding it just inside his own 22. Tackled well there by Pat Phillips. Nolly Singh. Ball being knocked on there, dived on by Narromine. And that's a new replacement player on there for Narromine in John Ellis. A couple of replacements to each side. Glenn Wallace is on in number 17 for Narromine, and Grant Barker on in number 15 for Dubbo Westside. Phillips, Gillespie, to Pat Phillips. Jeremy Cusack on the wing. He's a hard man to stop. Craig Warrington there to slam him to the ground. With Randall. Cusack plays it, goes ahead again. Mark Spackman, the fullback, in a dummy half. Singh. Powell. Phillips. Out there to Scott. It's number 15 out in the wing there, John Ellis, on the 6th tackle. And time off once again. Right, Noel Singh to feed. And again, Narromine ball through Phillips. To hit a Powell. Spackman coming in from fullback. That's straight away by Warrington. Narromine again. That's Hitchcock. Phillips tries to change direction. Could have been there for a Shepherd, but gets away with it as Gillespie picks up the ball, gets it back inside to Cale. Cale again, trying to urge his side on. Phillips. Scott going for the line hard. He's pulled up only about half a metre out. Pick up his number. It's a try to Narromine. No, it's been disallowed. Touch judge report on the other side of the field at the moment. And the conversion there from Phillips, and the score now 19 points to 12. So about 6 minutes to go. Still a 7-point margin. It's not impossible for Narromine, Tom, but it's still a hard road to hoe.
Well, I'll certainly have to do everything right to win the match from here.
It's Wallace again making a break upfield. Phillips, Powell, Mark Smith. It's out there to the Wallace on the far side. Makes a good break upfield.
The table moves back on the northern side of the ground. Thank you.
Player taking it over the touchline, so the scrum to go down. At 18 metres out from the Westside try line. Narromine ball. No, referee wants it in again. Penalty to Narromine. Ball fed into the second row. Narromine have the chance to continue the pressure. Time running out for them. About 6 minutes to go. Phillips kicks for the sideline. Gain of only about 4 metres. Narromine with the tap. Cale, wrap around there to Phillips. Hitchcock coming through on the burst. And there goes the full-time siren. Clock must be out on the other side of the ground. So it's a win to Dubbo Westside for the second year in a row. The Group 11 premiers. And Tom, a very dour game at times, but sparkled with some good attack.
Oh yes, it was a very hard-fought match with some brilliant individual tries, some brilliant individual performances. Westside are certainly worthy winners. They played grand final football. They made less mistakes than what Narromine did. They got possession from the ball, from the scrums, and the penalty count finished up in their favour as well.
Well, my thanks once again to my co-commentator Tom Nelson. Just running through the scorers for both sides. For Westside, they're 19 points. Wayne Richardson scored 2 tries. Wayne Randall scored 1. And Dave Ferguson kicked 5 goals. While for Narromine, they're 12 points. Mark Smith scored a try, as did Glenn Wallace. And Pat Phillips kicked 3 goals. Well, Dubbo Westside, deserved premiers for 1982. This next Sunday, we have the Group 10 Rugby League Grand Final.
On Midstate Television is our movie-length special, The Martian.